Most people waste their 20s chasing distractions, parties, fast fashion, relationships without purpose, expensive lifestyles, and before they know it, they're broke at 30, stressed at 40, and desperately trying to catch up at 50. But here's what most don't realize. Your 20s are your secret weapon, a golden decade, the time when you can either plant the seeds of massive wealth or of lifelong regret. And Warren Buffett, one of the richest men in history, says exactly that. In fact, if you follow the advice you're about to hear, you can set yourself up for a lifetime of freedom while everyone else is stuck in the rat race. So let's break this down. This isn't a motivational pep talk. This is a step-by-step practical guide based on the mindset and strategies Buffett used to go from a kid selling gum door to door to one of the wealthiest investors in history. Buckle up, because by the end of this video, you'll never look at your 20s the same way again. Let's start with a hard truth. Most people think their 20s are for figuring life out, for exploring, trying things, wasting time, living in the moment. But here's the problem. Life doesn't slow down. You blink and you're 35. You think you'll have more time, more energy, more motivation later, but you won't. That's why Warren Buffett says, the earlier you start, the better. Because of one thing: compound interest. Not just the financial kind, but the compound interest of habits, of relationships, of skills, and of decisions. When you start investing, money, effort, learning in your 20s, the exponential growth you experience over time is unreal. It's like planting a tiny seed today that becomes an oak tree tomorrow. But ignore this, and you'll be stuck planting seeds at 40, praying they grow fast enough to feed you. Spoiler, they won't. So what's Buffett's first lesson? It's this: the most important investment you can make is in yourself. Now that sounds cliche, but stay with me, because most people spend their 20s investing in things that give them nothing back. Outfits, overpriced food, fake friends, nights out. Meanwhile, the smartest 20-year-olds are doing something very different. They're learning high-income skills. They're reading biographies, studying markets, mastering communication, writing, coding, editing, sales. Why? Because these are assets. They generate returns for years, even decades. Buffett spent countless hours reading in his early years, still does. That knowledge became the foundation of his empire. Think of it this way. If someone offered you $1 million or the skill to earn $1 million consistently, which would you take? Buffett says, always choose the skill. The income follows. Now here's the second key, and it might surprise you. Avoid lifestyle inflation. That means stop upgrading your life every time you make more money. Most people get a raise and immediately spend more. New car, better apartment, expensive gadgets. And they think they're leveling up, but they're actually falling into a trap. Buffett still lives in the same house he bought in 1958. He drives a modest car. He eats McDonald's. Why? Because every dollar he doesn't spend, he invests. And those investments make him richer every single day. That's how wealth is built. Not by showing it, but by growing it. And your 20s? They're your chance to build a financial engine so powerful it makes you rich without needing to show off. But let's go even deeper. Buffett says one of the most powerful concepts you need to master is the circle of competence. This means understanding what you're good at and staying focused there. Too many 20-somethings jump from one thing to another, one job, one hustle, one trend. But Buffett got rich by staying laser-focused on what he understood deeply: business, numbers, value. In your 20s, your goal isn't to chase every opportunity. It's to sharpen your edge, build expertise, become known for something. When you focus, you compound your skill, and that compounds your income. But when you jump around, you reset your learning curve over and over. Mastery always beats multitasking. Now here's something nobody talks about: your reputation. Buffett says it takes 20 years to build a reputation and 5 minutes to ruin it. In your 20s, every choice you make is building or breaking your brand. Show up late, quit things often, treat people poorly, and it sticks. But if you build a reputation for reliability, honesty, consistency, you'll attract opportunities, investors, mentors, and partners. It's a cheat code. People want to work with those they trust, and that's worth more than any college degree. Let's talk about debt, because this is where most people destroy their future without realizing it. Buffett despises debt, especially consumer debt. Credit cards, car loans, buy now, pay later schemes, they all steal your future wealth. In your 20s, living within your means isn't just smart, it's freedom. Every dollar you borrow is a dollar you're enslaved to. But every dollar you save and invest, it works for you. It grows, it compounds, it gives you power. So before you swipe that card for something you don't need, ask yourself, is this making future me wealthier or poorer? Buffett says the answer is almost always obvious. Now let's flip the script. Want to become truly wealthy in your 20s? Learn how to sell. Not just products, ideas, yourself, your skills. Buffett took public speaking classes in his early years because he knew if you can't communicate, you limit your value. Whether you're in a job interview, pitching a business, or negotiating a deal, your ability to persuade makes or breaks your income. The highest earners in every field are almost always the best communicators. So build that skill, speak often, write clearly, learn storytelling, take courses, practice, because if you can sell, you'll never go hungry. Last but not least, choose your circle wisely. Buffett says, hang out with people better than you and you'll drift in that direction. In your 20s, your friends shape your habits, your mindset, and your standards. Are they building or burning their future? Do they support your growth or distract you from it? This decade is when you need to be ruthless about your environment. Find mentors. Read books by billionaires. Watch people doing what you want to do. Surround yourself with energy that pulls you up, not down. Because in the end, you don't just become what you dream of, you become what you tolerate. So let's recap Warren Buffett's map to getting rich in your 20s. 1. Start early, because compounding is your superpower. 2. Invest in yourself. Skills beat stuff. 3. Avoid lifestyle inflation. Grow wealth, don't show wealth. 4. Master one thing. Your circle of competence is gold. 5. Protect your reputation. It opens doors money can't. 6. Stay away from debt, freedom, fancy. 7. Learn to sell. Communication multiplies value. 8. Choose your circle. You rise or fall with your tribe. Your 20s aren't a throwaway decade. They're the launch pad. You can use them to chase clout or build an empire. Most people choose clout, but now that you've watched this far, you're not most people. So hit that like button if this opened your eyes, and subscribe for more rare lessons most people never hear. This decade is yours. Now make it count.